We all want to build more muscle and have more energy, and one of the best ways of doing that is to increase your testosterone. As men get into their 30s, testosterone starts to decline year after year, and even if you're in your early 20s or whatever age you are, having more testosterone means you're going to build more muscle. If you are somebody that wants to learn how to build muscle, how to lose body fat and get ripped, then subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you click the little bell, it will notify you every time I upload a new video. And right at the end of this video, I'm going to share a bonus tip like I always do, and that's going to be the 3 things that are going to decrease your testosterone the most. So make sure you avoid these things. Unfortunately, some of you aren't staying to the end of these videos, and I've listed out the things that we're going to talk about here so I can show you the importance of actually staying to the end and getting all the information. So we're going to talk about full body workouts and why they're most important for boosting testosterone. We're going to talk about how much fat we need to eat and why that's important. We're also going to talk about getting more sleep and how much sleep we need, and then some supplementation before the bonus tip at the end. Number 1 is lift weights, but not just lifting any weights or in any style. We don't want to be doing split routines, not that they don't have their place ever, but full body workouts are going to help boost your testosterone more. And that's because you're working all the muscles in one session. You're getting so much work. You're working the legs, the back, the chest, all the big body parts with the compound movements in one session. That's going to give you a massive increase in testosterone. I personally recommend 3 full body workouts per week, and on the other days you can either rest or you can do abs and calves, something like that. Very quickly before tip number 2, right now there's a chance to work with me one-on-one with my online coaching program. If you want to learn how to get ripped without giving up your favorite foods, you can apply down below in the link in the description. Unfortunately, I can't accept everybody as a client, but what I'm going to do is go through all of the applications, and I will choose a couple of people through the application, and then we can schedule a 10-minute call if you're successful in the application, and we can discuss your fitness goals in that 10-minute call. Tip number 2 is eat more fat. This doesn't mean you have to do the keto diet. I don't do the keto diet. But what's very important is that studies show eating more fat boosts testosterone. It makes sense because if you think about carbohydrates, you could live for the rest of your life with no carbohydrates. With proteins and especially fats, you can't live without them. You would die if you didn't eat fat. So fats such as coconut oil is my go-to favourite fat if I'm struggling to get enough in each day. The average is around 0.3 to 0.4 multiplied by your body weight, and eat that many grams of fat per day. That's sort of a rough estimate, but by increasing your fat, you're going to increase your testosterone. Tip number 3 is to get more sleep. And this is very important because testosterone is being made while you sleep. So the more sleep you get, the more testosterone you're going to have. I personally recommend anywhere between 7 to 9 hours per night. You don't need to go extreme and go 10, 12 hours per night. You know, maybe extreme athletes like a swimmer, for example, might want to get 10 hours plus a night. But anywhere in the 7 to 9 hours a night range is going to be optimal for testosterone. Tip number 4 is supplementation. Now, it's not very often that I actually recommend supplements because I'm really all about getting the fundamentals correct before you start taking supplements. And the same does apply here. Make sure you follow all the other tips first and have those locked in before you start taking supplements, because there's no such thing as a magic pill. But having that said, zinc and vitamin D3 have both been proven to increase testosterone, and quite significantly. So if you're taking vitamin D3, 10,000 IUs a day seems to be the sweet spot, but make sure you take vitamin K2 with that because they work together. It's very important that if you're going to be out in the sunlight for more than 10 to 15 minutes a day and it's a full sunlight, that you don't take any vitamin D because you won't need it on that day. You're going to get enough from the sun. When it comes to zinc, around 40 milligrams is around the average, but I just recommend following whichever product you buy. Just look at the label on the back and follow their recommended dosage for zinc. In terms of testosterone boosting supplements, from what I've researched, and I've researched all the popular products, they're a waste of money. Don't spend money on a testosterone boosting supplement that promises all these things. The reason why is because they might work for maybe 10 to 20 days, but then the body just gets used to them and your testosterone is going to go right back down again. So you're spending a lot of money on a product that doesn't work. Just before the bonus tip, don't forget to apply for the one-on-one coaching if you're interested in that. The bonus tip is going to be 3 things, or sort of 2 things, that are going to decrease your testosterone the most. One of them is alcohol, and it's not that I'm saying you can't have any alcohol, because I drink some alcohol myself. It's that you don't want to be spending every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just tanking the drinks down, and you're going to be decreasing your testosterone if you keep doing that. A couple of drinks at the weekend is not a big deal. Having it all the time is. So don't drink too much alcohol if you're concerned about your testosterone levels or you want to have optimal testosterone. The second thing is actually exercise. Doing too much training volume has shown to decrease testosterone. It's because you burn your body out. A lot of people do this. People don't realise you only need anywhere between 9 and maybe 15 sets per body part per week. You don't need to be doing 18, 25, 24, 30 sets per week like a lot of people do. Doing more volume is going to actually decrease your testosterone levels. The other thing that I need to say, which is the third point, which is if you are over the age of 40, you might want to consider TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. I'm not going to talk too much about this, and you need to talk with your doctor and really do your research because it's a life-changing decision. Right now on YouTube, there's a lot of people that are doing TRT. I'm against it myself because they're claiming to be natural even though they're taking TRT. The problem I have is we have people from age maybe 24 up to 30 taking TRT, and in my opinion that's totally ridiculous. You simply don't need to do that. But my advice for TRT is do not even consider taking it unless you are over the age of 40. There is no need to take it unless you're around the age of 40. If you're taking it in your 30s, yes, testosterone will be a bit lower, but there's things you can do naturally that are going to increase your testosterone.